Are you looking for the best portable Bluetooth speakers? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best speakers on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. TurtleBox Audio Gen 2. We had heard good things about the TurtleBox Audio Gen 2, $399, which looks like a futuristic lunchbox on steroids. We assumed it would be capable of getting very loud, which it does. But we weren't prepared for how good it actually sounds. The powerful amp on this thing can drive the speaker up to 120 decibels. By way of comparison, other familiar sounds at that same level include thunderclaps, chainsaws, and emergency vehicle sirens. Listening indoors, 1/4 volume was plenty to fill a small bedroom, roughly 12 by 12 feet. Then again, this speaker wasn't meant to collect dust indoors. The TurtleBox was designed for the outdoors in a couple of ways. First and most obviously, it's built like a tank. We'd have no qualms about lashing it to a boat or ATV, thanks in part to its stainless steel tie-downs. And second, the sound signature is designed to carry your music better outdoors. Rather than sending out your tunes to the 4 winds, it focuses on blasting in one direction, with elevated bass and treble. The most revealing thing about this speaker's sound quality came in comparing it side by side to the highly capable Lodge Solar Speaker 4 Series 2. On its own, the Lodge sounded stellar enough that we were considering it our best overall portable speaker for a while. But the TurtleBox sounds not only bigger and fuller, but even clearer and crisper. If you're willing to drop $4 on an outdoorsy speaker, the TurtleBox Audio Gen 2 offers as solid a sound and build as you'll find, with surprisingly good battery life, 25 hours, at lower volumes. It's also available in a number of customizable colorways for a few extra shekels. At number 2. Skullcandy Kilo. Weighing just 274 g, the Skullcandy Kilo, $40, may not be aptly named, but it sure knows how to pound out the tunes. Despite being far and away the smallest, lightest, and cheapest of our 9 featured speakers, it's among the top few for battery life. Its closest competition includes JBL's acclaimed Go 3 Eco and Clip 4 Eco. Of these, the Clip matches up better against the Kilo, and not just because they both feature handy clips. Compared to the Kilo, the Clip 4 Eco's sound feels fuller and warmer. That is to say, the Kilo's sound is clear, crisp, and gets plenty loud, but it just doesn't have the same rich body as that of the JBL Clip 4 Eco. So, if we were listening at close range indoors, we'd want the JBL. But the Skullcandy is great for outdoor use due to its mix of clarity across a range of volumes. Also, the Skullcandy Kilo can do true wireless stereo pairing, which neither the Go 3 Eco nor Clip 4 Eco can. About the perceived lack of low end, we may have had our expectations set unreasonably high. For a headphones buyer's guide we're concurrently working on, we've been testing Skullcandy's Crusher Evo, which brandishes skull-rattling bass. But these are very different products with different use cases. Be that as it may, we'd reach for the Kilo in a second to blast hard rock and metal, but not as much for EDM, reggae, or hip-hop. To be sure, the Skullcandy Kilo sits in a crowded, highly evolved category of portable speakers that weigh under a pound and cost less than $100. Other entries include Sony's cylindrical SRS XB100 and Klipsch's more rectangular Austin. Compared to the Kilo, the XB100 is warmer and darker. See the buyer's guide section below for explanations about these terms, but it's also weaker, slightly more expensive, and offers less battery life than the Kilo. The Klipsch blows away this Skullcandy for sound quality, but it's more than twice as expensive and offers half the battery life. Ultimately, we chose the Skullcandy Kilo as the best bargain for literally how much bang you get for your buck, decent power and superb battery life for its size, with a consistently clear, open sound. And not for nothing, but it comes in some funkified colors. At number 3. Soundcore Boom 2. Right out of the gate, the Soundcore Boom 2, $130, is a hair lighter, less than half the price, and yet somehow a third more powerful than the Marshall Middleton we just lauded above. And in fact, the Boom 2 sports the best power relative to the price and weight of any speaker on this list. But it's also a solid sonic performer. Its overall sound signature is clear and open with punchy impact. With the bass boosted, it definitely brings the thump, although the Middleton still sounds thicker and richer in the sub and mid-bass regions. But that's not a bad thing, since the Boom 2's openness and clarity make it great for outdoor listening at the beach and pool. Speaking of which, the Boom 2 is not only waterproof, but floats as well. Not that you'd want to do that while actually listening to music. But you don't have to worry if it just happens to take a dip in the drink. Where the Boom 2 falters is around some of its extras. In cycling through the 7 light show modes either in the app or by counterintuitively pressing the physical bass button on it, we couldn't tell the difference. We could select a custom color just fine, but the lights appeared to flash in the exact same pattern in every mode. Also, the app crashed several times while toggling various selections or attempting to install the firmware update. It said fixed bugs. If you're looking for an affordable Bluetooth boombox with a pleasant open sound, nice detail, and plenty of oomph, the Soundcore Boom 2, available in 3 colorways, fits the bill. It can be paired with another Boom 2 for wireless stereo, or connected to up to 100 other compatible Soundcore speakers. Just don't get it for the light show. And set your expectations low with the app. At number 4. Sony UL Field 7. Truth be told, when we were given a sneak preview presentation that featured the Sony UL Field 7, $500, we had no idea how big it was. With nothing next to it for reference in the images we saw, we assumed it was around a foot wide, like the size of JBL's Extreme 3. Well, we were extremely wrong because, in fact, it's about 20 inches wide. Replacing Sony's XG500, the new UL Field 7 is even wider, thinner, and heavier than its predecessor. Instead of a boombox-Y-looking handle on top, the UL Field 7 has more subtle, grippable, circular handles built into its sides. Instead of the old Mega Bass branding, this speaker exemplifies the sleeker, bassier branding of Sony's ULT line, which also includes the way smaller Field 1 speaker and the Wear headphones we're testing for another buyer's guide. With all that backstory out of the way, let's get into the UL Field 7's sound, because it really is fantastic. The sound signature is clear, crisp, and impactful. And pressing the shiny ULT button successively gives it 2 extra levels of bass, for a sound that rivals even that of the JBL Partybox Stage 320. In fact, while that Partybox can outrumble the ULT Field 7 due to its sheer muscular advantage, it's not by much, and the ULT 7 sounds more clear and open, especially through the mid-range. So vocals and acoustic guitars sound more recessed on the JBL and more pronounced on the Sony. What, then, is the use case for a 14-pound, nearly 2-foot wide portable speaker with very well-balanced sound? Well, it's totally weatherproof and claims the battery life title, up to 30 hours. But we sure wouldn't want to lug it camping or to the beach. It seems like it'd be ideal for patios, pool decks, backyard barbecues, or huge indoor spaces. Obviously, a lot of thought went into designing the Sony ULT Field 7. For instance, it features a battery care mode that limits the maximum charging capacity in order to preserve long-term battery health, or if the situation demands it, you can choose to quick charge. So yes, it brings the boom, but between its superior all-around sound, modest light show, mic/guitar inputs, and other cool features, it's just a great, albeit slightly unwieldy, portable speaker.